Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Chris D Redefined. It's been some weeks since I did a video and I wanted to just update you. It is the last day of June and I wanted to just, tell you what's going on in Lisbon and what I've been up to. So June is the best month in Lisbon, if you ask me. We've got everything from, oh my goodness, well, school let out the last week of May, so I could actually go out, go have fun, not worry about homework, and not worry about work and balancing work and homework and school. And so I was able to get out more and go out with friends and enjoy Lisbon. So Jacaranda season starts more like in May, but you can catch the tail end of it in the beginning, the first week of June. So I was able to go out to what's called Feira de Livro, which is the big annual book fair that they have here at the downtown park called Parque Eduardo Sétimo. So it's Edward the Seventh Park. And it's a huge park where all of the holidays and activities, major holidays and activities, are celebrated. So they have a huge annual book fair, and we're talking hundreds of book vendors, national book vendors that are known just here in Portugal. Then they have international book vendors that are famous throughout the world. They have publishers, and every book you can imagine, from toddlers books all the way up to PhD level literature. And so I always wind up walking around with friends. I think I walked around with one of my schoolmates, and might have gone back by myself also, and walked around with another friend of mine, Marco, to just walk around town. I'd never been to the Almeida shopping center, so along the way we went to a great park where the water museum is, and lots of jacaranda trees. Beautiful day. And we walked all over and went up to Almeida. I'd never been to that shopping center, so it was really cool. The first time. I've been here 3 years and never made it to Almeida. Why? Okay, don't tease me. I don't like walking uphill very much, which is nuts because Lisbon is made up all of very steep hills. It's like saying in San Francisco, I don't like hills. You're stuck. You move to a city that is built on hills. So so I'm not a big fan of the hills, so have never been to Almeida, but I went with my friend Marco, and we had a very nice time walking around and going through the park, and great time there. And then it was time for Santos Populares. Okay, so this is when I think I explained it in some of my shorts, where they celebrate the saint days of several saints here in Portugal. The patron saint of Lisbon is Santo Antonio, who is like the saint of lost items and children. And so there are several museums that are based on his life. Santo Antonio, big cathedral, Santo Antonio, and you see my video in the shorts where the couples all get married, and I did a whole video on that. And so I had a wonderful time at Santos Populares, and I went to all the parades. You name it. This year I went to all the parades. Some years I've just gone to the day parade where the couples walk around during the day. One year I only went to the night parade. So this time I went to all the parades. They have 3 different parades with married couples, and I went all the way to the nighttime. Exhausting, but I really had a great time. I've also, oh my goodness, what else have I done? There's just so many things going on. The FIFA World Cup is happening, and of course, this is Portugal, so everyone is obsessed with the matches. We played a couple days ago, we played Colombia. Last week we played Uzbekistan, and we won that one 5-0. And then I think we lost to Colombia. People weren't too happy. And then let's see what else is. So FIFA World Cup is going on. I forget when the next game is for Portugal. And America, I have to watch I have to check when the next US game is as well. So many places either open early depending on the time of day that the game is, or stay or open till late. which here in Portugal, late means like 4 or 5 in the morning, since they stay up all night long. What else is going on? We're going in, it's just a beautiful season, June. All the streets are filled up. Again, if you look at my shorts, the streets are just, you know, covered in streamers and just decorations. Everything is colorful. You can hear pimba music, fado music, all the traditional types of Portuguese folk music on every corner. There's also grilled sardines, the smell of grilled sardines. Once you go centro, down into the center of the city, you can smell grilled sardines on every corner. It's amazing. And then Rocio is all done up for Santos Populares, which I don't remember they did last year or not. I don't think they did that. So the square of Rocio, again, you're going to see it in the shorts. I went with friends at night, and we wandered all over town and wound up at Rocio and eating some sandwiches. And then we wandered over to Praça do Comércio, where they were showing the FIFA match against... no, it wasn't FIFA. It was a FIFA match, and I can't remember who was even playing. But there were thousands of people sitting on the ground at Praça do Comércio. They had put down AstroTurf, and the vendors all around the square. It was really something else. So I got to watch a FIFA match at Praça do Comércio, and just having lots of fun with my friends and going out and enjoying the beautiful weather. Now this week on Thursday and Friday, it's hitting 100 degrees, 102, and then I think Thursday is 102 and Friday is 100. So it is blazing hot. And then Saturday, I think it's going to hit 97. Sunday, also 97. It is blazing hot. This is your typical summer that I've experienced in Lisbon. This is my 4th summer, 23, 24, 25, 20. This is my 4th summer in Lisbon. And they've all eventually hit 100 degrees. It's really hot. It doesn't stay at 100 degrees very long, maybe 2 or 3 days. And then it hovers in the 90s. Now, I feel fortunate because up until this week, it's really been in the 80s. I've even seen a couple days in the 70s in June, which is really great weather for walking around Centro. But this week is going to be hot. That being said, I'll probably go out on Saturday and go out and do something. I think I'll check out the area of Alcântara. There is a Miradouro there, a lookout point there that the tourists have not found. Hardly anybody goes there. It's called the Miradouro do Santo Amaro. And there's a beautiful chapel there. It's not a cathedral, it's small. A chapel that's covered in azulejos, which are the beautiful painted Portuguese tile. And so I'm going to go there. And I might go to the Caras Museum. We shall see what I'm going to do. So I might go to the Caras is the company that, it's like, if you're from Philly, it's like SEPTA. It is in charge of the buses and the metro and the funiculars, which are the cable cars that go straight up those hills. And sadly, we had a tragedy here coming up on 2 years ago, I think now, where one of the cable cars, the braking cable broke, and 16 people died. And so they don't function anymore. Ever since the accident, Lisbon has taken them out of service. And so there's 4 funiculars all over the city, and they don't work because the city has just taken them out of commission since the accident, which I think happened in either August or September. Has it been 2 years ago now? I think it's 2 years. No, it was last year. Oh my goodness, it was last year. So, what else? So I might go to the Caras Museum, which gives you the history of the buses and the metro and the funiculars and all the trams and cable cars, the elétricos, as they call them, elétricos over here. It gives you all the history. You can sit in really old cable cars, and they have kept like a model of each bus. Every 25 years they'll yeah, and they put it in a museum. The museum's huge, and then you get to ride in a very, very old, it's very charming, very old cable car. It's called the Carris Museum, Carris, and I recommend it if you have kids. It's really cool because they can run in and out of the bus. The buses, of course, they're in the museum, but you can sit in them, and then also they give you a little ride on the a really old cable car, and they bring you to a different part of the museum so that you can they could bring you to the garage where all of the old buses and cable cars are kept, and so the kids, it's a really fun museum for the kids. What else is going on? July's coming up. I have to study because I am taking the DEPL exam. That's the B1 level competency exam, the national language exam, so that I am recognized as, I hope, being competent at least in B1 level of Portuguese. I can't take the B2. I've had friends that took B2 and they said it was really, really hard. They're smarter than me in Portuguese, so I'm not taking the B2. I'm going to take the B1, and yeah, call it a cop-out, but I'm copping out. And speaking of language, I enrolled for next year, but I am taking A2 again. And I know I've taken it like 2 or 3 times, and I don't care. B2 level Portuguese kicked my butt. I've taken it 2 times, 2 or 3, 2 times, and I barely passed. I passed, but barely passed both semesters. And one semester I only did a 0.5 better final grade than the previous semester. So I'm just really tired of studying really hard and getting horrible grades. So I'm going back to A2. Call it a cop-out. My professors are not happy with me, but I'm going to go back so that I can feel like I can accomplish something and at least get, a decent grade in Portuguese. And yes, I know I'm not going to learn any new grammar, but I will learn because I always ask questions and I always find something new out of every lesson. So and I love going to school. I just love going to school. I am playing with the idea of getting my master's degree in psychology. It's called the Psychology of Intercultural Relations, and it's offered at the university called ISCTE, ISCTE. Don't ask me to tell you what it stands for. I don't know why they use ISCTE as the acronym, but it's called ISCTE, and they offer, and it's in English. The master's program is in English, taught in English, but they give you a master's in intercultural relations, and so in psychology. I'm really interested in that program. We'll see if I do it. You have to jump through several hoops to apply and get accepted, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do it, but it is taught. It's an entire program taught in English. So I would finally get some relief from feeling like an idiot in Portuguese. It's really funny because I am an instructor of English on Preply, and I love teaching English online. I have, how many active students? 16 active students, I think. And I love teaching my students online. And I think I'm a pretty good English teacher. I got 5 stars. I'm a super tutor, so I enjoy it. So it's pretty much replaced my personal training online that I was doing when I first arrived here in Lisbon. That company has since switched to all AI models and gotten rid of their human contractors of personal trainers. So I'm just doing, I've stopped doing that, and I am now teaching English online for my income. And so that's life here, June of 2026 here in Lisbon. I look forward to July. I am planning a trip to a town called Viana do Castelo, which is on the northern border, right under Spain. And maybe a trip to Coimbra as well. We will see. So I'm going to stay in Portugal and just get to know Portugal and just go travel around a lot this summer in Portugal. All right, that is my update for June. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like the content, please hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next time here at Chris D Redefined.